Welcome to the world of youth mixed martial arts, the fastest growing combat sport in the world today. With safe youth rules, including no head strikes, no lower body submissions, and the use of soft front padded gloves. The opportunities for inclusion are now limitless. We are raising warriors. This is Youth MMA.
Stomach. Now what do we do? Jump. Yes.
I started focusing on youth MMA right around the time Sergio Pettis started training. I realized that that's one of the problems in MMA. We didn't have a youth program. So when I get these kids who start like Rose Namajunas and Sergio Pettis, UFC champion, Bellator champion, you look at both those kids where they're at in their fight careers because they started way before everyone.
The light bulb went off that it could be a profession when I found a kickboxing gym, Duke Rufus's gym in Milwaukee. I could kind of relate to his path a little bit more because he was part of more of a traditional martial arts background like myself. You could just feel something was happening here because everybody was making something of their lives. Guys like Chico Camus, Anthony Pettis, Sergio Pettis, my husband, Pat Barry, they were like kind of in the beginning of their professional career. There wasn't a lot of women doing it at the time, but that's when a light bulb went off that I realized I could use something that I literally like dedicated my entire childhood to actually make it to a profession.
Duke is my coach. He's been my coach since I was 13 years old. So yeah, 16 years of my life. He's pretty much my father figure. He also comes from an interesting situation where his brother Rick Rufus was very well known, very much like my brother Anthony Pettis. Duke, had to kind of grow up in the shadows, kind of like how I did as well.
My family owned a martial arts school when I was growing up. I have 5 brothers and a sister. My dad was our coach, and I've been training since I was 4 years old, competing since I was 6. My older brother, he was my role model guru. When I was growing up, he was on ESPN, a really big star in kickboxing. He's a 10-time world kickboxing champion, 6 different weight classes. He also was a WBC boxing champion. He was managed by Sugar Ray Leonard. So being around my brother, not only did he teach me one side of the sport, to be an incredible fighter, the tenacity and the work effort that it takes to be a great athlete, but a lot of the resources I met were through him, and that's how my career manifested. So the business side, getting to know people like Sugar Ray Leonard, getting to know all the big promoters and people that run the game and building those relationships. Through my father as well. My father, not only was he our coach, teacher, he also was involved with the big association in kickboxing. He was a referee. He was head of the fight sanction committee. So he was very involved in the sport, and that's something that I'm doing. I'm kind of repeating what my father did and giving back to something that's been great to me.
Duke has changed me for the better. He's taught me so much, not only in the gym, but outside the gym. Even stuff in the gym, I'm able to learn through Duke and apply it to my real life outside of the gym as well.
The key with these athletes is creating a rapport, and I try and be an older brother or father figure. For me, it's about happiness and compatibility with the athletes I train.
Yeah, I was always kind of a weird kid. I got picked on. I didn't really feel like I fit in. I got bullied a lot. Kids would pick on me. I get into fights at school, and that's not okay, obviously, getting into fights outside of the gym, outside of competing. But then I started training. And I started getting good at fighting, and once you have like an outlet for that, I stopped getting into fights at school. Now I don't really get picked on anymore. Kids think it's cool that I'm fighting. Part of that's probably just being more mature, being in high school. I've been a lot more confident because I know if someone were to try to hurt me, I can protect myself. And yeah, it's been great.
Sometimes I've had a couple of kids come into the gym being bullied or just don't have self-confidence and stuff. It's intimidating when you step on a mat and someone's trying to choke you and stuff. So once they get on the mat, it's just cool seeing them develop, seeing them speak better, seeing them socialize better, and then just start building that self-confidence, because just through training and stuff, you build self-confidence by the interactions you do with people, talking with your teammates, them bringing you up, you bringing them up. USA! When a shy kid come in or a kid getting bullied, then eventually showing up every day, going through the rankings, and then just seeing a confident kid walk around with confidence. It's just awesome to see.
So I got into martial arts because I wanted to learn how to defend myself. And then I kind of just discovered MMA from the internet. I saw like the UFC and stuff, and I wanted to get into it. I told my parents I want to be an MMA fighter. And then when I was 10, I think I started doing jiu-jitsu and started doing MMA. I love training. I love fighting. It's hard to describe to people who don't really fight. It's a weird feeling just getting in the cage with someone for a couple rounds, but I love it, and it's what I want to do for a career. It's, why I get up in the morning. I wake up to go train. It's helped me a lot throughout my life, and not only that, it's kind of my purpose. I feel like that's what I want to do. Once I have that belt, that championship belt, then, I'll know I've made it. I don't feel complete until I do that, I feel like that's something I want to do in my life, is be the greatest.
Max Terry, oh wow, he is a grappling and pankration savant. I mean, his record speaks for himself. He's picking up more titles than a repo guy. I tell you, this guy has won everything in youth MMA. Not only just a great competitor, great martial artist, just a great human being. And it's very interesting with his beard and long hair. He looks a lot older than he is, but what makes him even older is he is very mature young man for his age. The way he carries himself on the mat, off the mat, and he's another guy. He'll take some losses once in a while, but he always comes back with more enthusiasm and drive, and he always turns those losses into lessons and learns from it.
I'm training at Rufus Sport. I usually wake up, eat breakfast, and brush my teeth, and then get ready to go to school. And then after school, I come to the gym and I train. We start off shadow boxing, then we go to drilling, and then we spar.
During the school year, we can only train after school, so it's pretty tough, and I would have to split the days. But since it's summer now, I'm able to take him to Rufus Sport in the morning and then AWA at night. I chose Rufus Sport because Rufus Sport is the best MMA gym in Wisconsin, and Schofield wanted to be trained by the best.
My head coach is Duke Rufus.
I started Rufus Sport for everyone else. I just know the value of martial arts. Schofield Vang, very special martial artist. He's doing this because he wants to do this, and he truly enjoys himself. Not only because of his skill, but his dedication, and his just love of mixed martial arts.
First, I was watching like MMA and boxing, and then my dad just saw me punching stuff, and he just put me into a gym, which is Genesis Jiu-Jitsu. I was pretty nervous because I had to meet new people, and I didn't know if people was gonna make like fun of me being bad, or if they're just gonna motivate me.
He has really good hands, really good feet, very high-level striker. He's won national titles in boxing, kickboxing, and stuff. So we've been really focusing on his wrestling and takedown defense, just getting his striking to shine. He's very flexible, so like even like in the gym now, like he'll let guys get on his arms and stuff, but just because he's so flexible. But sometimes you never know what the refs are seeing. So sometimes, I mean, they'll call early because they don't know how flexible the kid is.
I wake up, get ready, I go to homeschool, and then advanced 1 o'clock class, and I go to that, and then after that I go to strength and conditioning, and then after strength and conditioning I go to jiu-jitsu. My dad is very supportive in my MMA life. My dad kept pushing me, kept giving me motivation that I can do it.
Mixed martial arts helps a lot developing a kid as a person. We try to instill morals in these kids, and when they're out here, we're not just coaching them, we're just trying to guide them. They're looking at us as an example. So everything I say, like whenever I'm coaching these kids, like they take it hard, they listen, whether it's on the mats and through life.
Schofield mentality and his character is based off of who he's around at Rufus Sport. They encourage him to be great. And they bring that energy where you want to be the best. You have to just work hard and go and get it. And it's all positive energy. Just watching these guys grow from early pro stage to UFC stage to Bellator stage, and the up and coming guys who are trying to make it, just being around them is helping him a lot.
You know, people ask me, should kids be taught to fight? But we're not teaching fighting, we're teaching martial arts. People freak out like this is some blood sport. It's not. I mean, if anything, you got to learn respect, courage, you know, obviously restraint, control. Just because we're doing that on the mat doesn't mean we do it off the mat. In fact, most people who do it on the mat never want to do it off the mat. Teaching the right ideology of martial arts to teach them using this for self-defense, using it only when you have to. So I'd rather teach kids to be able to control something than to avoid it, you know, because that's how they're going to become victims in life.
MMA has a huge impact. I think it changed my life. It gave me the confidence that I never had as a kid. Just because I learned how to defend myself. It gave me confidence in my skill sets and my character. I feel like I got more disciplined throughout the years with myself. It really did help me change my life. I wish I had competed more as a kid. I wish I got that experience, just because that one-on-one combat experience is so much different than any other sport. It's a different kind of feeling.
I think without mixed martial arts, I don't know who I would truly have turned out to be. You know, this sport has paved me to be not only a great fighter, but a better man. You know, you learn a lot in the gym. You get humbled, you know, it's like a place you get humbled, and it's like a safe place to get humbled. I've been submitted by kids that are 15, 16, 17, 18 as a grown man. I've been slammed by high schoolers, and you know, it really gives you a different perception on things. I feel like the martial arts in general, the martial arts life it's not a violent life. You know, you learn how to be peaceful throughout the sport. You know, it really teaches you how to control yourself in general, how to know yourself and to control yourself. MMA is life to me. MMA is something that I will always have a heart for, and something that I will always be grateful for, because it's paved me into a better athlete, a better man, and like the stuff that I learned here, I apply it to my real life. You know, my relationships, my friendships, my goals. So it's a sport that I will forever be involved in.
Well, we're in this exciting trip to Greece for the first true Youth World Gamma MMA Championships. Very groundbreaking event. Many countries and many great athletes represented, and I'm pretty anxious about what's going to happen. I'm not going to lie, pretty nervous. There's a lot of other great coaches here from great teams, so we're just trying to unify our fronts and win a lot of gold medals for these kids.
I signed up for a tournament in nationals, and I ended up getting first place, so I qualified to go to Worlds. I am looking for a gold medal in Worlds and putting out my name out there, and so everybody can know. My mindset is just trust myself and being confident.
I'm here to compete in the Gamma Under 18 World Championship. I'm proud to represent the USA. Been training as much as I can, been competing as much as I can. That's a big advantage. Just having experience, just walking out there. I'm not worried. I got this.
I'm excited to compete in the MMA tournament in Greece. I'm fighting against different countries, and it's just different. Like, some countries wrestle, some countries are good at striking. I expect to win gold.
I'm looking forward to fight the best of the best, get the best experience out of it, and win.
I'm excited to win.
I'm really excited just to finally show what I got and the skill that I've learned.
I'm going for that gold. Just here to KO some people.
I know I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get that gold. Go USA. I want to win this gold medal, and I believe I can.
Obviously, I'm here to win gold and, make my teammates back home proud. And I feel really confident that I'm gonna do good.
You should expect me to use my striking to take someone down and go for a submission.
I'm ready to win and try my best and take them down, take their back, and choke them. My expectation is to fight, get a submission, and get that gold medal.
So what's going to happen, some of my kids are going to, have the best experience here. They're going to reach their dream. My other kids, they're going to get their heart torn out. But what I find out about these kids is when they come back to the gym right away after a setback, that's when I find out they love this sport. I'm nervous as hell because that's how I am on championship day, but I'm feeling really good. We got a strong group of athletes ready to take these gold medals today.
I lost by unanimous decision. Good thing I didn't get finished, because I don't usually get finished. The next time, I'm gonna make sure I come out with gold. The first round, I was dominating, taking him down, putting a lot of pressure. The second round, I was doing the same thing, but I got caught in an armbar. But the ref caught it early. It is what it is. Come back next year.
I've won international championships. I didn't come here to lose. I'm planning on winning gold. I don't want to sound cocky, but I'm confident that I can do it.
I don't want no decisions this time.
Just keep watching me. I'll prove to you guys, if I say I'm the greatest in the world, I'm gonna be the greatest in the world. Just keep watching.
I told y'all!
I wanted to make it look easy. I think I did exactly what I said I'd do. Wanted to win, wanted to look good doing it, and I think I did that.
From the USA, the red corner, Maxwell Story!
The toughest fight we have in front of us is life every day. These kids are resilient beyond belief, and I'm very proud of their commitment to do this and the hard work they put in. They've already won in my mind. This stuff makes them so strong and ready to navigate a crazy life that we live in the 21st century.
Get your kids into MMA because this sport is going to new limits, but not only that, you could take your kid to a whole new limit that he didn't even know or she didn't even know was capable, helping them gain confidence, helping them build self-esteem, helping them become better people throughout this sport. I believe that's what the sport is meant to do, help everybody get better, not only in the cage or in a martial arts setting, but to change their lives.
We're building strong individuals through martial arts and mixed martial arts. What I'm most proud of the kids I train is they don't win all the time. I love how they have learned to accept losing. You know, it hurts sometimes, they cry, but they do a great job of shaking it off, recreating the situation, or reinventing themselves, making them stronger. Not all these kids are making a move on and chase their athletic dreams, but this is a metaphor on their life. We're teaching them how to be a fighter in mindset where nothing can break them. And unfortunately, losing is a part of life. And when you learn to lose, that's when you're on your way to win. This sport helps heal people of a lot of problems. You know, sometimes you grow up, maybe your parents didn't treat kids the best, or maybe a kid doesn't have the self-esteem, or maybe a kid's been abused. Well, this helps you earn your mojo back. There's nothing more uplifting than, you know, the feeling of winning, and that high we get from it and succeeding at it helps us heal and makes you whole again. I know I've been through it. I was a broken man, and it helped put me back together. I know it helped the Pettis boys put themselves back together. Even someone like Rose Namajunas, she went through a tough upbringing as well, and Rose was able to channel that to become a UFC champion and change her life. And I really love seeing people conquer the bad things or the bad in them, and when they can do that, that's the biggest win, if you ask me.
There's always going to be obstacles. I try to have the approach of like being grateful for obstacles, and because you always learn something from it. There's always something new that you have to overcome. Just going to practice day in and day out, it's such a grind. Your body's just like physically beat up, and then not only that, like physically but emotionally. Nothing has taught me more about forgiving others and like interpersonal relationships. Mentally, it's just like teaches you about focus and everything like that. I'm very fortunate to have been able to change my life and like break generational curses. I've been taken care of by 86-year-old grandma from Lithuania for the past 2 years, and that would not be possible probably if I didn't earn the living that I did with fighting. Those are all huge blessings, but I'm also very fortunate.
The current landscape of youth MMA is just so promising. The future's bright. A lot of the bigger gyms in the United States are starting to see the necessity. Obviously, we're very committed here, but there's some very promising young kids who are gonna, immerse as stars someday in this sport. We're cultivating a great future for our sport.
It's awesome to see that these kids are starting younger and learning high-level things at such a young age. We're seeing the sport evolve in so many ways, Back in the days, a person was good at kickboxing, a person was good at jiu-jitsu, or a person was good at wrestling. Nowadays, everybody has the full package, and these kids starting at a young age, seeing these videos and these fighters and, looking up to these people and having their own goals set at that age, it's going to be ridiculous. The sport is going to be around for a while.
It's crazy how good they're getting. There's not going to be any more fighters who are like just really good at one specific thing. All these kids are not going to be so well-rounded in every single aspect because they're learning MMA as a sport instead of like the different martial arts. And I think that'll be the biggest difference is they know how to fight MMA instead of knowing the striking and the jits. They just know how to blend it all together.
There's a lot of great athletes in our sport who took advantage of the youth competition and training. So seeing these kids grow up in our gym and have fun with the sport and then turn it into a major career is just such a blessing for me. I love watching people succeed.
My dream is to be a UFC champion of the world, and I want to retire an MMA world champion. I would love to represent my country in the Olympics for MMA.
I want to be an MMA fighter and I want to be a world champion. And once I have that belt, that championship belt, then I'll know I've made it.
I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe trotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply to your addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom.